How are you guys? So I've been away for such a long time. Like it wasn't planned, but oh my gosh, I've been away for like when was the last time that I filmed? I think it was April was the last time that I uploaded a video, and now it's August, and so I've been gone for several months, and this is not something that's planned. It's just like life happens, and right now I'm just so glad to be back to be filming this. um yes, I miss my channel. Actually, I miss my channel and I miss everyone. um so yeah, so hello. Again, my name is Carla and welcome to my channel. If this is the first time that you're seeing my video, I do photo card storing videos, some type of unboxings, and kind of like haul if I feel like it. I mostly do collect photo cards for Stray Kids. I also collect partially for 17 and Extraordinary Hero. And I did add a couple of groups. I think I did some like haul the last time just to preview, but I am also trying to like explore other groups, and that's what I've been doing also while I was away, is to like try listening to other groups. But anyways, I don't want to do a long intro because I actually even if I've been gone for so long, I still wanted to aim to have like a shorter video, but because again I don't really have much time that amount of time to like do longer videos, which is also like one of the reasons why I did not film I couldn't film anything or upload anything for the past month, because it's been just like hectic and like I'm just like drained. Either I'm too busy, there's not it's not the right time to film something, or I'm just like too drained. Anyways, we'll go to that as we move on with this video. Anyways, today what we are going to do is, I do have like, even though I'm not like uploading videos or I'm not too active in my social media, well, I'm never actually active in social media. I'm pretty much like a lurker. I do have a couple of like, I did acquire a couple of like photo cards in here, so I think I did have like some pubs for IN, for my top 3, which is Yeonjun, Han, and IN. I also had some like merch photo cards, OT8 photo cards, so some the 5 o'clock, the Dominate. I did have some hollow PCs, mainly for Yeonjun, so we are going to like sleeve them today because I didn't really had enough time to do that. So yeah, I think we do have enough photo cards here, but these aren't the only photo cards that I'm pending to store. I actually, oh sorry, I moved it, but I actually have this pending for storing. So this is kind of like some other Stray Kids photo cards, 17 and Extraordinary Hero. I was supposed to film it like, I think May or June, but I didn't really have the time, so yeah, I still have to store this, but we're gonna do that together with this one. I think so. I already took them out because normally when I buy photo cards, I would normally just like take them out of the sleeve, so when the sleeve where they are in, and then I would just like rearrange them and sleeve them to prepare for the storing video. So this is the first time that let me just move my phone. This is actually the first time that I'm gonna do like this segment of sleeving some photo cards, because we got some things to catch up on. That's the only purpose of this one, but we're just gonna like sort things out before we do start. So I'm just gonna like fast forward this and then we can go right up ahead. But yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna like talk while I'm like sorting this, but I'm just gonna like sort them per member. So I did have this merch for IN because I have this for Hollow and some album cards. This is gonna be Hans. So I'm just sorting them as per, like, if it's like a pub, a merch, and then album cards, because they do go to different sleeves. So that's basically the purpose of this one, but I'm still gonna sort this again once I'm ready to do a storing video. But yeah, so I did get, like, I went ham with Halo, so there's still a couple of like pubs on the way for Hyunshin, because I think I also have like an OT8 for Halo. So yeah, I went wild for Halo because they're such a beautiful, I think they really level it up with the recent comebacks. Actually, like even like Hop, they do have like some good photo cards for Hop. So yeah, which one is this? Okay, so I'm just gonna set this aside because so this is for the album cards. I'm not sure if I want to store this, but I'm just gonna do that because I think yeah, I did mention that I do have like an OT8 Halo photo card. I also like purchased that, so yeah. And then we do have this merch card. So I did get the Dominate photo card set, which I always do. So every time they release a merch, sorry, I burped. I don't know if you heard that, but whenever Stray Kids releases like a merch in Japan, I always do make it to a point that I collect the photo card set because it's cheaper. It's a very cheap merch. So, and I like collecting OT8, so that's why I also want to like get them. I don't really buy a lot of like other merch. Even like SKZ merch, I try to not to buy them because I don't know, I just don't really use them, or like I just hang them inside the house. But like going out, I don't know. I probably should, but I think the only merch that I'm using outside is like the Dominate I mean my Hyunshin keychain, and then I think the Dominate jacket. So something that I can actually like wear outside, and also like the towel kind of thing. So I also have this. I think this was like the random cards, if I'm correct. I just find it cute, and somebody was selling it as an OT8 set. And they went to the merch shop at that time, so I just decided to get this because that is also like very cheap. On top of that, I also got my membership kit. I thought I was not gonna receive it, but yeah, so I finally got this. I didn't get the chance to like unbox it because again, I really don't have time to do it. Oh, I guess these things are already sorted. Yeah, I guess these are already sorted because this is like the 5 o'clock photo cards. Again, even with the 5 o'clock merch, or like the 5 o'clock fan meeting, I didn't really buy a lot of like merch because I don't know, I'm just like I prefer the photo cards actually. I think it saves me a lot of money to just get like to find someone that's selling like OT8 for the merch. So yeah, so I think we're all good with which ones with like the grouping. So these are like merch, and then we got some album cards. We don't have a lot actually, but I do have a lot on the other storage. But so just like some preview of what sleeves I'm using, I am actually using this for like the album cards and like the merch cards because I'm using the 66 by 92 millimeters. I initially was using the popcorn sleeve, I think, and then I moved to blueberry, but I felt like this one works for me well because this is kind of like matte and like textured. So I started using this for my Japan Polaroids because of like the kind of like they're sticking too much, like the other sleeves I have are like sticking too much to the card, so I kind of like panicked. And yeah, there's definitely moisture in it, so I decided to like try this out, and I didn't see the same issue with the photo card, so I decided to like just continue with this one. I don't want to buy, there's another variant for this, like a clear one, but I just don't want to be buying like multiple types of like photo card sleeves, so I decided that I'm just gonna stick with this one in the future. So I do have like 2 sets for this because I'm not sure if it's gonna be enough for the cards that I have here. And for my my cards, like my Hyunjin and Ayen cards, because I am storing them in a slim fit pages, so I do use this one. So this is pretty much like a good size for it, and it seems a lot harder. This is a lot better as compared to like the first 2 sleeves that I got. So yeah, that's why I started using this last year, I think. I think end of last year, like second half of last year is when I started using this one. And this is also like something that I shipped to me locally instead of like overseas. I'm probably because for the membership kit there's also like the message cards, so I will be using this as well. This is gonna be the first time that I'll be using this white sleeve. I think I tried the other one, which is the Firefly, but yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can use this so that I'm only buying from the same seller. Kinda, that's pretty much the purpose. I just don't want to like buy on multiple stores. That's all I got. So anyways, so we're gonna go ahead and do the sleeves. I think let's start first with the pubs. So this one. Anyways, so while we do that, let's just chat. Let's just chat because I've been gone for such a while and there's a lot happening. I don't think like I probably should have like outlined this actually so that I would know what to talk about, but I guess just like let me just put this out. Let me just start off with Yunjin's card. But I'm so happy that the thing is I'm not really like buying a lot of like Japanese cards, or I didn't buy the Halo album, but I did. Oh, I think I did. Yeah, I think I did buy the package. Oh my gosh, I forgot. I've forgotten that I also purchased like the package version of the album. So all of the albums or all of the versions, I did buy them. But I know that I'm not gonna put Hyunjin in all of like the versions, so I decided to also like purchase like sets for him, and this is fairly cheap. Like if I'm going to compute, I was like looking at the prices in Mercari Japan and some other sellers, and this is very affordable. So yeah, I really want to get like the Buzzcut Hyunjin, because like for his coconut hair, the Maxident hair, I didn't really get a lot of like photo cards from that. So yeah, right now I'm prepared, and I still have a couple of like pubs. I think Tower Records and Sony. Oh, I think this is Tower Records, right? But I did have 2 more for him, and I think another Dominate pub. So yeah, I'm really obsessed with this hair. Like I was like actually internally praying. I before he did a buzz cut, I think a few years back, somebody did edit one of his photo shoot, and I think that was like his photo shoot with Felix with one of the brands before they even became an ambassador. for Louis Vuitton and Versace. That was like a while before, like probably like a year before that, somebody edited one of their photo shoot where Hyunjin was like bald, and I was like praying that one day, so I hope someday he's gonna like shave his head, and he did, and I was like, I'm happy. I know that he looks ethereal with long hair, but I just like, you know, having him in this type of like hairstyle proves how much of like a visual he is. So yeah, anyways, I just wanted to like share about that, but I think I'm just gonna like talk more when I do the storing video next. Hopefully I can like edit this and like finish it actually. Anyways, going back, so how have I been? So the thing is, ever since I took on a new role like earlier this year, I took a senior role. It was like at the time where the company has a lot of like org changes, like, so a lot of roles were like reshuffled, because it's part actually of like the company's goal is to like make sure that everyone gets to progress in their career at some point. And since some of them have been with the company since it was like a startup, and they're pretty much like, and the company's like pretty much at its place right now where they're going to be like a mid-range company, not anymore a startup. So they tried to like reshuffle the organization. They had like a major performance review, their first ever performance review last year. So by the time the end of the year came, and then like at the very beginning of the year 2025, there are a lot of like reshuffling of roles, new senior roles being introduced, or like people being promoted. I think there's like about 50 that got promoted out of like 300 employees. So yeah, that's a good sign that the company's working through stability, and I'm one of those people that got offered like a senior role. And I felt like, yeah, my job is a little bit like, as an analyst, is a little bit more like, if you've been doing a certain job for some time, you tend to like get tired of that job and like find for new challenges in life. So that's what happened to me. So I got a senior role, but that also entails additional responsibility, like a higher that would require a higher skill set, and so because of that, I was basically busy trying, of course, like within our team, like even my boss was like so new to his role, so everyone is like just adjusting, and like there's a lot of like process changes or like new tools being introduced. So we're pretty much like oh my gosh, who's that? Like pretty much like just trying to get through it, and then trying to get familiarized with our role. So like for the past months, we are just like taking on new things or new tasks, and then yeah, just winging it, and that made us really drained. Like I don't know but that is also like mentally draining. So what happened to me is that either I was so busy that I'm just mentally drained, that I'm just like trying to rest, or like I'm just gonna lay down and not do anything kind of thing. So that's what happened to me. I'm kind of like, after work, it's either I'm drained, or because I'm no longer alone in this place, in my place. So I do have other people, like my brother's family moved with me, so I can't just like film whenever I want, because that means that they have to like be quiet while I do that. But yeah, I don't really want to like ask them that, so I just couldn't really find the time to like film. Also, apart from that, I did went away for like 2 or I think 3 weeks. Yeah, so I stayed at my hometown for like 3 weeks, so that's pretty much like May till June. So I was not around, and I couldn't film anything even at that time. Oh, just some additional, I already have this album card for Hyunjin, but when I first got it, it was like when I was still initially, it was like the very first beginning of my photo card collection. And I store the photo card in a collect book, and collect because of that, I'm still not aware at that time that you should be sleeving your photo card when you put it in a collect book, and I didn't, and so the sides were damaged. So yeah, and I did tell myself like, oh, if I find another this photo card again, I'm gonna purchase it, and I did. This was actually bundled with something, I forgot which one actually, but other than that, so yeah, that's what happened to me. Like, I just don't really have the time nor the energy to film something, because after filming you still have to edit, so it's not like you just film and then upload everything, because sometimes I still try to see if I can like shorten my video. So that's why I still try to like go over it. So I still pretty much spend 3 more hours to like edit my video, just to like see if I miss anything. Sometimes I would just like let it go, like if there's like some simple mistakes, I would just like let it go anyways. But yeah, also because I'm using CapCut, and CapCut has started to like charge its customers whenever you need to download like a 1080p video, you already have to be in pro version. So that also kind of like turned me off, but right now yeah, I did purchase it again, but anyways, I'm not sure if I still want to continue using CapCut. Feel free to suggest if you have a better way. I don't use I'm not on Apple or iOS ecosystem. I used to be, but not anymore for like probably like 6 years now. But I used to be in iOS. I'm not anymore. So if you have a better suggestion for like Windows user, that would be like very good to me, so that I don't really have to suffer with CapCut. Because I've been noticing that like for the past, like I think last year is when they started to move some of the features to pro. So I'm kind of like started getting annoyed by that. Like there's just a lot of like functions that was lost in the free version and just got moved to pro. So yeah, and now it has gotten worse. I think it's because of the pressure that like TikTok's going away, or like the company, what was that again? Anyways, I don't want to like think more about it, but like the company itself is being scrutinized in the US, and we're eventually going to lose TikTok and market, and CapCut falls under that, is owned by that company. So yeah, I think they're just trying to like remodel everything just in time for like that TikTok ban, and I think they're just trying to like prove themselves for future bans, because I don't think it's US is the only country that's gonna ban them. So they're just like doing like a change of a business strategy, if I may say. So I could understand that, but like at the consumer perspective, it's just annoying to start paying for some of like the basic features, right? It's not even like advanced features that you're trying to avail. It's just basic like 1080p. It's not like you're importing or exporting 6K. I think 6K is kind of like a reasonable or like special like video format, but if it's just like the basic 1080p, I don't think they should collect one. But anyways, enough for that. So I'm kind of like just getting stressed by it, but anyways, we'll find a way. And again, if you have any suggestion on what would be like a good video editor that's super light, foolproof type of video editor, just let me know, and I'll be very grateful for your suggestion. Anyways, going back to this, the membership kit. I felt like these photo cards are a bit, I'm not sure if it's just me. Even like for the photo book, I felt like it's super heavily edited as compared to the form. I think it's not necessarily because it's heavily edited. I felt like the previous versions are also like edited, but I felt like it matches the color. I get the edits, like how they decided with the color scheme, but for this one I felt like it felt flat, you know. Oh, but I do love the cloud kind of charm that they have. I'm not sure how I'm gonna use. I think I'm just gonna use that in my bag, but I'm too afraid to lose it. Actually, that's one of the reasons why I don't want to like use Stray Kids original like the original merch outside, is because I just have a fear that I'm gonna lose them. So yeah, is it just me? Because I felt like the preview, like the photo preview, was kind of, I know it's heavily edited, but it kind of like justifies like the cloud thing, the rain kind of thing. But I felt like the actual product, like seeing it in person, I felt like it didn't match. I felt like they could have edited it the way they edited the last, in a way kind of like in the same style as the last season's greeting, you know, like the white, all like, I think it's laundry day or something. But yeah, so for this one I'm kind of like on the fence if I want to like store this. But I'm just gonna, because there's really not much in at the back, so I'm just gonna use the white sleeve for this one. So but yeah, where am I? Yeah, that's all. There's nothing really extra about the membership kit besides that it has become more expensive. Kill me. I still bought it actually. So capitalism wins. But yeah, I felt like, speaking of membership kits, I felt like JYP should but I think they did. But when they first opened the pre-order for the membership kit, I think JYP should just like provide the membership kit, membership only option, instead of like having the kit. Because like, I think they just need to be conscious that if they're not gonna provide much benefit for some of the fan, I don't think they should include the kit, because it doesn't mean anything. I felt like, I don't know. Did I make much more sense? I felt like they should have just provided the membership only option at the very beginning, because I know that they did offer that option when they reopen it. So it's just like, oh, membership only and with no kit. I felt like they could have just like done that going forward, because I'm not sure. I don't think they're gonna miss out with like income if it's just membership. Because, but yeah, but if they're aiming for a higher income, well, yeah, if they're going to be like that shady, I guess that's how it goes. Anyways, now for the 5 o'clock, I know everyone's like raving about the teddy bear. I didn't purchase it because I find that I'm not into plushie. Although I do have the SKZ minis and I plan to collect OT8, and that's what I wanted to do instead. But I was kind of like rethinking all of the merch that I have, and I don't really use it. So going forward, I think my plan is to just like collect like the photo cards, because, well, that's basically what I'm the only reason why I would buy a lot of like merch for some for Stray Kids because they have like the OT8 cards, and that's what I'm usually aiming for, is to get the OT8. But if I can do the same thing that I did right now, where people can just like buy the OT8 set, then I don't really need to buy a lot of items just to get this set. So yeah, because I also need to be financially responsible, because there's gonna be like, I think I've mentioned this the last time, where I do plan to, I think the beginning of the year, that I have like I'm planning on doing some big spendings. So yeah, I need to be very tight with my money, although I don't really wanna, like, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be like tempted to like still collect Stray Kids merch, or like buy multiple albums and stuff like that. But I need to be more conscious on making sure that I've set aside a specific budget for that and not go overboard, and just use that money, or like move that money to savings, and at the same time investments, because I am doing some like I just like put I just opened an investment account, because I felt like the deposit, or like time deposit, is not like in the ancient days. I think like older people would like suggest putting your some of your money in time deposit so that you don't touch it. But I felt, for me, I think right now it's better to just invest it. So that's what I was doing. I'm just trying to like build my finance so that when I retire in probably like 20 years, no, that's kind of like soon, but eventually if I retire, I do have enough, because I'm not sure how long I'm gonna be working, especially also, it's not because like I'm old or something, but because I do have like health issues, so I need to be able to like have alternative, just in case there come a time that I won't be able to work anymore because of health reasons. Because I felt like that is something that's coming, because even right now I'm like not doing good health wise. So I think that something else is coming ahead, and I just want to make sure that I prepared for that. Actually, I need to save up for my I'm kind of like looking into like finally getting my surgery, like hysterectomy, because I do suffer from endometriosis, at the same time adenomyosis, and the only option that you have for that is, like for adenomyosis, is to undergo hysterectomy if you are no longer planning to have a child, and I don't think that's like kind of like possible for me anymore. So yeah, so that's kind of like some future plans that I have. But anyways, going back to Stray Kids, so they've just concluded their Dominate tour, and it was like such a success. I'm sad that they had to cancel the extra show in Madrid, but that's kind of like an extra show, you know, like but I hope, I'm kind of like sad for the fans that didn't get to buy a ticket for day 1 and was able to secure day 2, but unfortunately had to let that go. I know it's gonna be hard for them, but hopefully in the future, on the next Stray Kids tour, before, I hope they have a next one before some of the members starts going to the military, so that everyone can enjoy. I think right now they've established the fact that they do have demand throughout, like globally. So I think they will actually, like, I have a good feeling that they're actually going to expand their tour the next time. It's not just gonna be like Asia Pacific and then America. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like, I'm pretty sure they've already confirmed during this tour that they do have a lot of stays, or a lot of fans waiting in multiple continents, you know. Like, it proves that there are fans waiting for them to pay them a visit. But yeah, again, when it comes to like the Dominate tour, what can I say? Like, they did have some different stages between the Asia Pacific. I think for the Asia Pacific, it's pretty much the same. I think for Japan, they have some like very they tweaked it a little bit because they do have like singles in Japan, so they're also like promoting their Japanese song in there. But yeah, for the rest of the Asia Pacific, they did have the same format. Of course, some of the like the songs in the encore is gonna be like interchanged, and then we do have like the solo songs. So yeah, and then for the South America tour, they did really you can actually like tell that there's like a lot of like changes in the set, because that's like the first time that they're going there. So yeah, they tried to like really make up for the times that they weren't there. And one thing that I noticed that they dropped was like the backdoor door. I'm not sure if they also like removed that from the rest of the but I did notice that they removed it from the rest of the tour, I think, if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's also quite good, because for the size of the stage they have for the Americas tour and then the European tour, I think it's not gonna be like a good stage. It's not gonna be like a fun stage, because even for like the Asia Pacific, I think and they actually changed it with the cards, right? I think it's because I felt like it's like a good change, apart from like changing like the set list, was because that was actually the list my least favorite part of the tour, or like the set list. It's because I felt that that's kind of like more of an award type of production, because there was not a lot of like interaction with the audience, and like you're only seeing like door shuffles. Oh, by the way, I'm not sure if I mentioned, but my least favorite part of the Dominate tour, like where I actually have complaints, like I've realized, oh, I don't enjoy this part, was like the backdoor section, where they have like the door switching. I'm not sure if you've seen the previews for like the Asia Pacific, but they did have like that backdoor section. I've noticed that I didn't enjoy that part. Like it looks a little bit messy from like the viewer's perspective if I'm looking at the stage, and like you just really have to like depend on the camera work that they're doing, and I felt like that should be like something that you should perform like a special stage for like an end of the year, which are like public generally like broadcasted publicly, like award shows, because you have like online viewers, right? But like if for the tour, it's not being televised to an audience, so having that kind of like section is kind of like felt awkward during the tour. So yeah, some states may have enjoyed that section, but for me I didn't. But for the rest of like the tour, I don't really have any complaints. I think people already like mentioned it, but they had less interaction with fans during the Asia Pacific tour, but they actually do made up for it during their Americas and European tour. And yeah, and also I'm so sorry about what happened to the Washington DC tour. It is really hard, but I guess it's just something that has to be done for the sake of safety. So I hope everyone who is who suffered through heat stroke are fine now. I know it's kind of like, I think I saw one of us who was still trying to like get a refund, but I think there's really nothing. Like I hope she gets full refund, or like a partial refund, a proper refund for the event. But knowing how those entities work, or those companies work, I don't think, I'm kind of like, I feel so sorry for like the stays that got closed, were like, especially the VIP stays that got shut down during the sound check. So yeah, I hope they're able to like get a more justifiable action from the venue and the touring agency, Live Nation. But anyways, oh my gosh, so sorry about the dog barking. But overall, I'm happy that they're able to like end this tour successfully without any major injury. Because like Maniac tour was such a mess with all the because it was right around COVID, and then we do have like some injuries, like Hyunjin having to have his surgery for his hand. Who else got injured at that time? I know Felix had to sit had to like tone it down for some of the stages for this leg of a tour, but that we didn't really have like some serious accidents happening for the boys, if I can say. But yeah, I'm just happy with what happened with the conclusion of this tour. On top of that, I would like to say congratulations to Lino and Sumin for their ambassadorship. They're finally confirmed. Lino, I know, this is kind of like has been in the works, I guess, for like we've all known that Lino and Gucci has been testing the waters if their partnership is going to work, so I'm glad that worked for Lino. And I know Sungmin has also like dabbled on several brands. I thought we're gonna like have him for Loewe, but right now he's with Blueberry. That was kind of like quick because we just seen him with several I don't know, we didn't really, yeah. So I think the Sungmin and Blueberry transaction happened. I think it could be like an instant thing for them, so that's why. I know he's also been showing on several luxury brands. I'm not sure if he's still, I forgot which one was it, like the jewelry brand. But I'm pretty sure he's also probably gonna get that. And then we also have like Felix also had been announced as an ambassador for Gongcha, which I have not checked. I have not been to any Gongcha to check. And I've also have not checked SNRs because here for the Pepero promotion, and I think they also have another one for Biore. I've been Biore. Is that how you pronounce it? I do use the product. I do use their makeup remover initially, but right now I'm using their water essence, like sunblock. So yeah, I've been using Biore before Stray Kids have been announced as an ambassador. So yeah, I'm happy for them all, and I think Felix has also got announced for Hera. So yeah, Felix has a lot of like ambassadorship right now. That boy is booked and busy. So yeah, and speaking of apart from comebacks, oh, this is like a lot. Like we started with like super small stack, but like if you put sleeve on it, it's like super. We have a lot to actually store. But anyways, also the boys are finally I do have like a suspicion that they're gonna like announce comeback later, like right at the end of their Dominate tour. So yeah, I was kind of like thinking like, oh, are they going to announce it like June, or is it gonna be like July? I hope it's not July because they still have a show, and they did announce it like at the end of July, and now they're already like teasing. And I saw the hair, the style, and I'm loving it. I know there's again another unnecessary discourse online. I just am enjoying the comeback. Okay, so I did not realize I was like talking for probably like 5 minutes, and I did not realize that my video has already ended because I ran out of storage space. So yeah, I kind of like went back to see which ones I was talking about. I just noticed that I keep referring to Burberry, what? Burberry as blueberry. I am so sorry. It's Burberry. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize that. Like, I was that is so funny. But anyways, so I did put this back into like so this is how much I have to store with addition of this other units, because I still have 17 and Extraordinary Hero to store. But anyways, so I was talking about the comeback. So for the comebacks, I actually am liking all of the teasers. I think they're going to like do a martial art type of like concept for like the photo book, but I'm not sure what's going to happen for like the karma, because usually sometimes the photo book could be like, or like the album concept could be separate from like what the actual music video is, because sometimes they, if ever they're gonna come out with multiple music video, this comeback, definitely it's whatever style they have right now, it's probably gonna be like spread out throughout the concept. But yeah, I'm liking all of the teasers, and I'm like happy for Hyunjin to have like the Cruella de Vil hair. There was actually a leak the last time about like a photo card set, and my suspicion is that's actually like the trading card for like this Gazoo merch, because I noticed that it was like an OT8 and then there's like a group card, so I was kind of like thinking maybe that's the trading card that we're gonna get for like this Gazoo version of the album, which I've already pre-ordered. I'm not sure if I pre-ordered 2 copies of it or if I pre-ordered just 1, but I already pre-ordered all of the albums. Some of them are I've pre-ordered from like a Korean store, so I think it's just gonna take them 2 weeks to like before they can like ship it to my address, because sometimes like, you know, like whenever there's a release, it takes some time for like the store to like ship it to your address. And then I also did join a go for like some cheaper options, but yeah, those are just like some additional copies. But like for like the accordion, like all of the, I think I excluded the compact, I'm not sure, but yeah, but for all of the versions, I think I will have a copy coming in before I receive the rest of my copies. I think I've ordered probably like 5 copies per version, except for this Gazoo. I'm not sure if I ordered 2 Gazoo version or just 1. I think that's also like their platform version, like the Nemo version. So anyways, so excited for the comeback. They've already like teased the album concept as well as like the intro. Also I did see some stays on TikTok where they keep saying like, oh, there could be a unit releases. I don't think so, because yeah, again, some of the stays already mentioned it, and from like the time that I've been in a stay, ever since they tried releasing unit songs, they will mention who is going to perform. So you're gonna see if it's gonna be a unit song, if it's not an OT8 prod. So they're gonna mention it in the actual credits, or even like the title of the song, it's gonna be there. Also, they said that, oh, like maybe it's the songs that are labeled black are gonna be like the unit songs, if there are unit songs, which also doesn't work because Bleep is in black format, and it's gonna be awkward for them to start the album intro with a unit song. I don't think it fits that narrative. So yeah, I think some people are just like overthinking a lot of things when it shouldn't. But I'm so excited for like the rest of the song. I'm kind of like curious what sound the title track is, Ceremony, is, because there's kind of like a little bit more, I'm feeling it's gonna be more electronic and at the same time like in a drum and bass kind of format. That's what I'm thinking when it comes to the title song, and I felt like the intro, which is Bleep, could be something that they've already produced during the Maniac. Together with like the Maniac songs. I felt like, yeah, because other people already like mentioned like there's something about Bleep that is kind of like reminiscent of like the Maniac album. So anyways, so excited for the release this year. I'm not sure because they did announce that there's gonna be like they're gonna have 2 albums right now, so I think they're gonna have this, and I think I'm not gonna spend a lot more with the other groups that I might be collecting or like I'm interested in, because I have a feeling that they're gonna do another like hop kind of type of release after this major comeback. So yeah, we don't know what Stray Kids is up to by right now, but yeah, good luck to them, and yeah, I'll see you on the next video, which I hope is gonna be like the starting video of this this much photo cards. All right, anyways, thank you very much for watching and see you. Bye.